Fire, which comes from akasa, the principle of the ether, is more than just flames. It represents energy, transformation, and passion. Think of it as a force that shapes things, but can also tear them apart. Fire has a dual nature, it can create and destroy. The idea that fire brings both good and bad is a human concept. In the universe, it simply exists as a part of the natural order. The principle of fire. Nature, fire represents transformation and energy. It's a catalyst for change, symbolizing both creation and destruction. Fire can forge metal but can also consume forests. Symbolism: in many cultures, fire symbolizes passion, warmth, and illumination. It's often associated with the sun, representing life-giving energy and vitality. Fire's constructive aspect can be seen in cooking, heating, and industry, where it's harnessed for beneficial purposes. Its destructive side is evident in wildfires or destruction caused by uncontrolled flames. Spiritual aspect: fire is seen as purifying and transformative in spiritual contexts, burning away impurities and leading to renewal. Water also comes from akasa. Unlike fire, water is about coldness and contraction. It has two sides as well, life-giving and nurturing, but also destructive. Water is like a magnetic force, pulling things together or apart. It balances fire in the universe, and together, they are the building blocks of creation. Nature, water is about fluidity and adaptability. It represents emotions, intuition, and the flow of life. Its ability to take the shape of its container symbolizes versatility. Symbolism: water is often seen as a symbol of purity, cleansing, and healing. In many traditions, it represents the subconscious and the realm of dreams. Dual nature: its nurturing aspect is visible in the way water sustains life, while its destructive power is seen in floods and tsunamis. Spiritual aspect: spiritually, water is associated with emotional release, intuition, and reflection. It's a key element in rituals and ceremonies across various cultures. Air is essential for life and has its own dual nature: it can give life or bring destruction. Air is not just the wind we feel, it's a fundamental force in the universe. The principle of air. Nature: air is about breath, communication, and movement. It represents the unseen but essential. Air is vital for life, symbolizing the flow of information and ideas. Symbolism: it's often associated with intelligence, clarity, and freedom. Air symbolizes the invisible forces that influence our world, like thoughts and spirits. Dual nature: while air is life-giving, breath, wind pollinating plants, it can also be destructive, hurricanes, tornadoes. Spiritual aspect: in spirituality, air is linked to the mind, wisdom, and the soul. It's seen as the breath of life, connecting the physical and spiritual realms. Earth emerges from the interplay of fire, water, and air. It's about solidity and form, giving shape to the other elements. Earth represents the physical world and brings concepts like space, time, and gravity into play. It's a stabilizing force, grounding the other elements. Nature: Earth represents stability, grounding, and physicality. It's associated with the material world, nature, and the tangible aspects of existence. Symbolism: Earth symbolizes abundance, fertility, and growth. It's often seen as the mother figure in many cultures, nurturing and supporting life. Dual nature: Earth's nurturing aspect is evident in agriculture and nature's bounty. Its destructive side is seen in earthquakes and landslides. Spiritual aspect: Earth is seen as the foundation of life in spiritual terms. It represents the cycle of life, death, and rebirth, and is often involved in grounding and centering practices. Light is deeply connected to fire. Without fire, there is no light. They play together throughout the universe, representing positive and negative forces. The principle of light. Nature, light is about illumination, clarity, and revelation. It represents the dispelling of darkness, both literal and metaphorical. Symbolism, light symbolizes knowledge, purity, and enlightenment. It's often seen as a guide, leading the way and revealing truth. Dual nature, light illuminates and reveals, but intense light can also blind or obscure details. The absence of light, darkness, is equally important for balance. Spiritual aspect. In many spiritual traditions, light is synonymous with divine energy and wisdom. It's often seen as a symbol of higher consciousness and spiritual awakening. Akasa is the ultimate source of all these elements. It's beyond our normal understanding, timeless and spaceless. Different religions might call it God. It's the original force from which everything comes. In Hermetic philosophy, it's seen as the essence that connects everything, a divine and spiritual energy. Akasa, or the ethereal principle. Nature, Akasa is the quintessential ether or spirit that permeates all things. It's the unifying principle that connects all the elements. Symbolism, it represents the unseen, the spiritual, and the divine. Akasa is often associated with space, the cosmos, and the boundless. Spiritual aspect. In spiritual terms, Akasa is seen as the source of all creation, the canvas on which the physical world is painted. It symbolizes the interconnectedness of everything. Philosophical aspect. Philosophically, Akasa invites contemplation of the mysteries of existence, the unseen forces that shape our world, and the essence that underlies all physical phenomena. Karma is a fundamental law tied to Akasa. It's about cause and effect. Every action has a reaction, good or bad. This rule applies to everything in the universe, guiding our actions and the unfolding of events. Understanding karma helps us see how everything is interconnected and influenced by our actions. Karma. Nature. Karma is the law of cause and effect. It's the principle that every action has a corresponding reaction, whether immediate or delayed. Symbolism. Karma represents balance, justice, and moral causation. It's often seen as the universe's way of maintaining equilibrium. Practical aspect. Understanding karma encourages mindful actions and ethical living, as it emphasizes the consequences of our choices. Spiritual aspect. In spirituality, karma is linked to the journey of the soul, teaching lessons and guiding growth through experiences and challenges. The idea of fire in Hermetic, ancient wisdom, teachings is really deep. It's not just about actual fire and heat. It's about change, growth, and how we evolve spiritually. When we think about this kind of fire, we learn a lot about the hidden parts of life, like how things are made and what gives us energy in the universe. This fire, called Tehas, is all about creating and changing things. It's like the energy and warmth in life. It's similar to electricity because it's full of energy, and keeps things moving and growing. Now, when Tehas, the fire principle, and Akasa, the space or ether principle, come together, it's like a beautiful dance in the sky. Their joining creates Weiju, which is like the air around us. Weiju is a mix of Tehas's energy, and the gentleness of air. It's the air we breathe and is always moving and changing. This air is really important because it gives life to everything. It's like the prana, a word from ancient Indian teachings that means the energy that keeps us alive. Prana, Weiju, and Tehas come together in a really special way, kind of like a grand show in the universe. Prana is like a special kind of air, not just any air, but one that brings life and connects everything. It's not just there by itself, it makes sure that Weiju and Tejas work well together. Weiju is like a peacekeeper. It's there to make sure everything in nature, like fire, water, earth, and even inside our bodies, is in balance. It's like the hidden music that makes everything in the world fit together nicely. To really understand Weiju, we need to see how it works with Tejas, which is like a powerful, fiery force, and Akasa, which is like the endless space around us. Tejas brings the energy and heat, while Akasa is like the big, open space where everything happens. Weiju steps in and makes sure these two get along. It's like a bridge that connects the fiery energy of Tejas with the vast space of Akasa, making the universe a beautiful and balanced place. Prana, Weiju, and Tejas come together, kind of like a grand show in the universe. Prana is like a special kind of air, not just any air, but one that brings life and connects everything. It's not just there by itself, it makes sure that Weiju and Tejas work well together. Weiju is like a peacekeeper. It's there to make sure everything in nature, like fire, water, earth, and even inside our bodies, is in balance. It's like the hidden music that makes everything in the world fit together nicely. To really understand Weiju, we need to see how it works with Tejas, which is like a powerful, fiery force, and Akasa, which is like the endless space around us. Tejas brings the energy and heat, while Akasa is like the big, open space where everything happens. Weiju steps in and makes sure these two get along. It's like a bridge that connects the fiery energy of Tejas with the vast space of Akasa, making the universe a beautiful and balanced place. Understanding these elemental principles is like deciphering the cosmic code. Akasa lays the groundwork, Tejas brings the spark, Weiju maintains balance, Apus adds fluidity, and Prithvi provides solidity. Their interactions create the intricate dance of creation, where each element plays a vital role, and harmony is maintained through their balanced relationships. This cosmic ballet, guided by the principles of ether, fire, air, water, and earth, weaves the tapestry of the universe.